Whenever we visit a phone months or years after its launch, we often see that Samsung and Apple devices tend to age gracefully. But what about Tecno? Today, I'm taking a deeper look at the Tecno Camon 40 Pro about 6 to 7 months after its release. The fanfare has faded, new models has come out, and marketing has quieted down. How is it really holding up now? That is what we are exploring in this video. One of the biggest highlights and also one of the biggest main selling points of the Tecno Camon 40 Pro is its durability. It looks really solid. IP68 and IP69 rating, drop resistant certification, and a screen coated for extra protection. The display itself is covered with Gorilla Glass 7i, which is supposed to handle scratches and survive accidental drops. The back is plastic but nicely polished with curved screen design. Tecno pushed this hard in their marketing. Tons of durability tests, from drop tests to even driving car overheat. But despite it all, my own Camon 40 Pro still cracked. The screen shattered after a really bad fall. I'm not necessarily blaming Tecno here because at the end of the day, glass is glass, and no matter how tough it is, if the drop is extreme, it is going to break. In my case, the phone hit the ground hard with no screen protector. The impact was so strong that even the volume button pumped out of the frame. And that's what made me start questioning, is Camon 40 Pro really as durable as advertised, or it is just average when it comes to real world use? That brings us to a very critical question. How is your own Camon 40 Pro holding up after 6 months of use, especially when it comes to durability? As I've said before, the drops that cracked my unit here wasn't a normal one. It wasn't the kind of everyday fault you'd expect a phone to survive. Honestly, if it were another regular smartphone that drops the same way, the screen probably wouldn't have been usable. But on the Camon 40 Pro, the display is still fully functional. No inky spill, no touch delay, no blurry spots, no lines. It works perfectly despite the crack. 6 months later, here is the situation with my device. I've got a cracked screen. Second, the phone is no longer water resistant because when it drops, one of the volume button popped out, and that means I can't submerge it in the water anymore like when it was brand new. Aside from that though, the phone is still holding up well, and I have to say that the design is one of the coolest thing about it. The curved display, the polished back, and the way the cameras are arranged on that island, it all looks premium. I actually used mine without a case, but after the drop I started using the case that covered the whole body plus a screen protector. But before that, people noticed it right away. It is not a kind of design you see every day. Over time, the display of the Camon 40 Pro has held up really well. It is still sharp with 1080p resolution. The colors remain vivid and punchy, just like when it was brand new. There has been no noticeable decline. Everything looks crisp and vibrant. Outdoors, brightness is no issue. Visibility under sunlight is excellent. You won't struggle to use it under direct sunlight. About the 120Hz refresh rate, this is where I've been a very little disappointed. The phone doesn't feel really like it is running at 120Hz refresh rate most of the time. In fact, in many apps, it feels like 60Hz. Since I've used many phones with 120Hz, I can easily tell the difference. It just doesn't feel as smooth as it should. That curved design of the display really adds to the premium look. I love how immersive it feels, even though I am not a huge fan of curved display like that. Under display fingerprint scanner has held up very well. It is fast, accurate, it unlocks the phone instantly whenever I use it. Right now, the Camon 40 Pro is still running at Android 15. I don't know if Android 16 is coming. Even if it does, I'm not planning to update. I will just leave it as it is. As for the iOS skin on top of the Android, it is actually pretty good. The user interface is clean, easy to use, very functional. The AI features built in, it feels more fun and convenient. I don't really use all the AI tools regularly. The main ones I take advantage of are the circle to stage and sometimes the AI object eraser that we have in the gallery app. And both features work very fine anytime. It is impressive to see this level of AI supported in the budget-friendly smartphone. The UI experience still feels very much like a Tecno phone. Even though they claim to have polished it, the core experience hasn't really changed. It is still the same Tecno feel. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but I do think it could be more refined. There are just too many unnecessary apps installed, and if Tecno cut back on that, the whole experience would feel a lot cleaner. When it comes to performance, the Camon 40 Pro has been holding up fairly well, but it is not flawless. One thing I notice is some little lags here and there. Some apps take a little longer to open. You sometimes have to wait a few seconds before they fully load. That's even with plenty of free RAM and storage available. Day-to-day performance is still pretty good. Your regular tasks, your social media, browsing, light multitasking, the phone runs very smooth enough. On the gaming side, performance is decent as well. As you know, we have the MediaTek Helio G100 here with 8 GB of RAM, plenty of internal storage, 256 GB. You cannot expand it. Then the processor isn't the most powerful out there, but with the RAM and storage helping it out, it can handle games without too much trouble. For the most titles, you will get a good experience on low to medium graphics setting. Playing Call of Duty, for me, I play on low graphics and it is smooth. Other games too, they are running quite well on this phone. To keep everything consistent and lag-free, just go for the lowest setting. Another thing that really stood out to me on the Camon 40 Pro is the speaker. They are so loud. They are the loudest I've heard on any phone I've used this year. It is one of the best speakers you get on any phone. They are not just loud, they are also clear. When you are playing games, when watching videos or listening to music, the audio is rich and full. Another major selling point on the Tecno Camon 40 Pro is its camera system, because Tecno introduced some pretty interesting feature here. The camera apps comes with variety of shooting modes like flash snap mode. I rarely use it. For the photo quality, the results are quite nice overall. I took some shots in a condition where the light wasn't great, just normal daylight, but not very bright. That is really where a camera smartphone should prove itself. Being able to capture good photos whether lighting is perfect or not. On the front, we get 50 megapixel sensor. Selfie comes out sharp, colored. Then for video, the front camera can shoot at 2K 30 FPS, and the results are also detailed. They are not the best, but they are decent. And of course, with better lighting, the output is going to look even more cleaner and sharper. Even in the average condition, it is still good. On the rear camera, the Camon 40 Pro is still holding up quite well. It does a great job with screen tone, dynamic range. The rear camera can shoot 2K videos at 30 FPS. It is actually a big plus because most phones in this price range max out at 1080p. There's a trade-off. At 2K, the footage isn't stabilized. You will notice a lot of shakes if you are shooting handheld. If you drop it down to 1080p though, stabilization kicks in. The video looks more smoother and more usable for everyday recording. While 2K is nice to have the extra detail, I'd say 1080p is a sweet spot if you want steady footage. One feature I've actually found surprisingly useful is that one tab button at the left side of the phone. I thought it was going to be useless as usual, but on the Camon 40 Pro, it is genuinely handy. With a simple double tap, it instantly launches the camera app, and I found myself using it a lot. Battery is the last thing you need to worry about on this phone. Battery life here is excellent. Charging is also solid. The phone comes with 45-watt charger in the box. You don't need to buy it separately. It powers the device quickly, so topping up isn't an issue at all. Overall, after 6 to 7 months of use of the Tecno Camon 40 Pro, I'd say the phone is still a solid phone. The design is attractive, the display is sharp and bright, the performance is decent, the camera are impressive for the price, and the speakers are so loud. They are the best I've seen this year so far. There is no major downside apart from the occasional lagging, and for the fact that I dropped my own phone, that's another experience entirely. If you do get this phone, my advice is simple: get a screen protector. Although we have a case in the box, but it is better to have the one that covers the whole phone. You never know when accidents will happen. It saves you from the kind of cracks that I got on mine. So what do you think? Share your opinion in the comment section below. You can still pick this phone up right now at a pretty good price. A solid phone to get right now. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, then we'll catch you in the next one.